The heroes return from their adventure at the Gap, presenting the body of the Drakai and the head of the frost giant to Olgard, the Helm of Mohim. They are celebrated and referred to as the Julian heroes, as it becomes mistakenly understood that Julie is the leader of this group. At the feast, the party is told the king of the valley's son, Frost Stonefist, wishes to speak to the heroes in person about their discovery of the ancient mountain fortress. Toward the end of the night, Olgard absolves Hyaphis of his current duties that he may travel with the party downriver to the capital city Thronehelm to meet with Frost. Thronehelm is bustling with members of all segments of society. Before going to the palace, the party stops in a pub. They are approached by a stranger who wishes to introduce them to his master, Lazon. He says Lazon is interested in discussing the ancient fortress, and if the party will go with him, they may be handsomely rewarded. The party wonders at how they were recognized or who else is seeking them out. They thank the stranger but decline the offer. Soon after, the stranger tries to persuade them again but is ushered out of the pub by the tavern keeper, along with another nearby person who was caught snooping in the party's belongings during the conversation. Later in the pub, Hyaphis bumps into an old companion from his ranger days named Durgan. It turns out Durgan is now a captain in Frost Stonefist's scouting regiment. He offers to facilitate a meeting with the king's son the following day. The heroes get a room at the Soft Saddle Inn across the street. That night, Goran awakes to a small girl going through his belongings. He wakes the party up, and after questioning the girl, she reveals two strangers put her up to the task. They are in a nearby barn, waiting for her, with a reward if she is able to bring any papers that would be in possession of the party. The party armors up and bursts into the barn to find 4 ne'er-do-wells who they do combat with. One of them runs off and gets away. 2 of them are the ones that the party met earlier that day in the pub. All of them are subdued and painfully encouraged to talk. They reveal their guild was paid by one named Lazon to find a map for him. They don't seem to know this Lazon, but that he had funds to pay them well for any maps or papers of the ancient fortress. The party turns the robbers over to a constable. The next day, Hyaphis' friend Durgan meets them and takes them to the palace to have audience with Frost. Frost explains it is his intention to bring a regiment of mountain furies into the ice wastes later in the summer when there is no chance of blizzards, to inspect the old mountain fortress. Frost has questions about what they saw and did. He thanks them for their service and gives them each a troll ring, a symbol for those who have been deemed to be heroes of the valley. The party is given grand accommodation for the night, and the next day they journey to the temple of the Behedro Thum. When they arrive, Goran introduces the party to his master, Tonchis. He shows her the pieces of the map that were delivered to him during his time in the ice wastes. Upon seeing this, Brother Goblet reveals he has a piece of the map as well. Goran comes to understand that larger intentions were at play when the Broadbeard Olaf bound the monk into his service. Brother Goblet offers to dedicate himself to deciphering its meaning. Goran vouches for Hyaphis, who feels emboldened by his newly acquired status as a hero and vows to help the House of the Behedro Thum in any way. Tonchis tells the group an old story of cultists known as Dawn Throne. They were a menacing segment of dark priests whose warped interpretations of the religion threatened all in the valley. The map they have in their possession was made by remnant survivors of this cult, though the nature of the writings on it have not yet been fully understood. Other maps like it in the possession of the temple have mysteriously gone missing. Tonchis tasks Goran with finding the meaning behind the story of the map. As there are markings on it involving Oldenwood, she suggests to seek out one called Old Brew, who is known to travel Oldenwood and have a wide knowledge of this part of the valley. After a few days, the party leaves for Oldenwood. One day into their journey, they discover 2 shadowy figures following them. The party sets an ambush and takes them by surprise. The 2 have no weapons other than small knives. They were clearly sent on a mission to spy. Through interrogation, it is revealed one named Lazon had hired them to follow the party and discover where they were traveling to. They take the prisoner's shoes and order them to never be seen again lest they pay with their life. The party continues on the path toward Oldenwood to the settlement of Thulm. It is their intention to make contact with one named Old Brew.